Hey guys, welcome to Real Estate with Ryan. Today, my guest is Sean Woodland. Thank you so much for joining me, Sean. I'm very excited for this interview. And just to start things right off, tell me about yourself.
Thank you for having me here, Ryan. It's an honor to be on your show. I see all kinds of great people that you're interviewing these days, so thank you for having me. I'm Sean Woodland. I am married to Roz Woodland, and we are the co-founders of Woodland Realty Investment. We uh, we like to play volleyball. We like to get out and spend time with people, get to know people in our communities, whether it's an investing community or church community or just we love to be around people. So that's one of our greatest things that we enjoy doing.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. What did you do before investing? Like, did you have a job?
I did. So I was a driver, commercial driver, drove transports, garbage trucks, fuel trucks. And my last job, I was a sales rep for a bread company delivering in grocery stores and restaurants and such. But my last job, which I really loved was with the Ottawa Public Library. I drove their bookmobile, and we went from community to community for within Ottawa that doesn't have a library around, so that everybody had access. So that was one of my favorite jobs that I did before coming into real estate.
What got you out of that job then?
Well, Roz and I we started to we had an interest in real estate, and I'm gonna share that a person when I was about 18 years old, he was telling me to get away from all the other businesses I was doing because real estate was where the money was. But for many years I didn't take his advice, but it sat in the back of my mind. And as we were working and realizing I was lacking security in my life, I didn't have a pension. Well, I did when I joined the city of Ottawa, but I would have had to work till I was 70, and nobody wants to do that, I don't think. And I didn't have the security that I wanted. So came back into my mind like real estate, real estate, real estate. So I chose to get some education, and Roz came along. And from there we just embraced what we learned and we jumped in both feet. And from City of Ottawa, I worked there for about 2 years during my journey. And after that journey, it was time for us to do this full time.
Wow.
Yeah,
That
we're pretty excited.
So what motivates you now to invest?
At first it was security, because I needed to feel secure in my finances for my future. Now it's the ability to help people. I really thrive, Roz, to on our motto, do good and build wealth. We like to help people, and as a result of helping people, whether it's through education, helping people invest in buildings to have a better future, um, it's giving back. And we house people in our buildings and our units that we give them a safe home, a clean home, and somewhere that they're proud to call home.
Absolutely. Um, so getting right into this, if you could, how could you explain what investing is in a simple way? Like if you were trying to explain what investing is to me.
Well, investing is taking your money that you earn over and above what your bills are. You're going to take some, you have to live, and then you have to have some money put aside to put into a bank account. And then that bank account, you would take it and put it into things that are going to make your money work for you and continue to grow without you doing anything personally. Um, for example, investing in real estate, it might get a little complex here, but you take that in real estate and then you would put your money there, and then the investor will give you your money back while you still own that property. And then you take that money and do it again and again, and then you own more properties. So that's a way to invest.
Yeah. Are there any types of investing that you do? Like, are there different types of it?
Yep. So we invest in multifamilies, anything that's a commercial 5 unit or above. And we help investors put their money into those and do exactly what I just answered your last question. Other ways we do it, we'll take our money and we'll invest it passively, either for an interest return from somebody we lend it to that will secure it somewhere on a house or one of their properties. And then we get a percentage of money back monthly or annually. Some other ways we invest is we take our money and we'll do the same thing. We'll put it into other people's deals, other people's real estate, and then we have equity in that as well. Does
Yeah.
that answer your question well?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
good.
that's more of an active kind of investing. So it's more of an active, or do you also invest passively?
Both. I do both. Yeah.
During your investment journey, what has been the most valuable lesson you have ever learned?
The most valuable lesson I have ever learned. Well, that's a good question. There's so many good lessons. I would say vet and understand who your business partners are because you need to know that you can count on them when things don't go right or things get hard and challenging to make sure that you're working with people that understand and just that you align with morally.
Yeah. I've heard horror stories about that. Like Karen, for example. Do you know Karen Wilson?
I do. She's a good friend of mine.
Yeah. Do you know how her very first investment was completely fraudulent?
Yes, yes, that was it's quite the story. I think she just solved that problem after many years too.
Yeah. And she keeps joking about her $40,000 calculator. And it's a really good video. You should check it out on my YouTube channel. Sorry.
I will. I will. That's a good plug.
Plug. Um, so how do you evaluate risk versus reward in a deal?
Well, it depends on the deal, of course. It depends what I'm investing in. So if I'm going to invest in an apartment building, multifamily, commercial, I'm going to make sure that it cash flows. I'm going to make sure that it meets all of the prerequisites of to get your mortgage, like your debt coverage ratio. And I'm going to make sure I understand the markets are growing. Is the population growing or is it declining? Is the building like we're going to do our inspections and stuff like that to make sure that the building is safe and secure and not going to require more. Just there's all kinds of things. I mean, I could talk on that for probably an hour, but
Yeah. Sort of being on that kind of, what has been your most successful investment so far?
oh, you want me to share the good ones?
Yes.
Okay, we bought an 18 unit back in 2021. It's our first commercial building beyond duplexes. Paid. Do you want the details of that refine of that process or
Sort of, yeah, like the net income just from that building.
well, I'll go through the process. So we bought it and we moved some tenants around. We had one person unfortunately pass away in the building and the rents were very low. We paid 1.6 million for it. And so the person moved and then we went and renovated the unit and then we showed it to all the other tenants in the building and we offered them the opportunity to move into that unit and for a nominal like $300 a month increase for a brand new unit. And the units there were built in 1960. They were dated and never updated. So we had three people who did that with us, and they moved around. And then we had a couple of vacancies come up, and we increased the value. So we took that building from 1.6 million up to 2.2 million, and then we refinanced that property with CMHC's MLI Select program, and with affordable rents for the building, and we pulled out quite a bit of money. We pulled out probably about 800 $900,000.
Wow,
So that's not a bad day's work.
that's not bad at all. And now to the bad stuff. What has been your
Okay.
biggest mistake in investing? How did you learn from it?
Oh, mistakes. What did I do? Like we've made lots of mistakes. So I'll go into the development side of things. So we bought properties back, or we bought a condemned house back in 2020 or 2021. And we were told with the new Bill 23 that was coming out that we would be able to build 10 units on that property. They wouldn't have to worry about any parking, any of that stuff. And that was from the town, that was from our architect and planner. And then when we bought the property, we had to tear it down and we had to pay for all sorts of things we didn't expect. We had to go in and remediate it for asbestos and lead in the paint, and then we had to pay to have it removed, the building torn down and removed. But after we got it down and we had it ready, and then we got the word back from the town that we weren't going to be able to build the 10 units that we were told we could because of parking, and it was a big factor. So we could have built that. Then the cost of building went up to an incredible amount of money back then. And so what we would have lost a lot of money if we had it built. So we ended up losing about $30,000 just to not lose more. So and we sold it for a loss. So that's one of my worst deals. We've had a lot of not a lot. We've had some bad experiences and we just chalk it up as paid education, like taking a course, but
Yeah.
still hurts.
Hurts the wallet.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. Speaking of locations, what trends are you seeing in the market and where?
Like trends like rents coming down.
Like trends like where the market is hot. Like it used to be
Oh,
Edmonton, and now Edmonton
okay.
kind of dying off.
We're seeing lots of so I'm going to go back to the rents. Rents are coming down across the board. Everywhere we're looking, rents are dropping. Excuse me, and that's causing prices to fall down and people are so I'm on the bit of the negative side about it, but prices are coming down and there's a lot of uncertainty in certain areas. For other areas, I think people are shifting from Edmonton, from Alberta. They're still out there looking. There's still lots of opportunity, but I think um, Saskatchewan is the big market. People seem to be shopping there now. Um, Not me. I stay in Ontario, or I stay close to home. It's comfortable for me.
Mm, yeah. But then again, like this whole thing about investing and you're in Wealth Genius, right?
Yes, I am.
Like the whole Alfonso all constantly saying like get out of your comfort limits, get out of the boundaries, think outside the box, leave your comfort zone. So I think you're definitely right on the Saskatchewan part. I have heard a lot about it. My dad, he goes there for travel nursing all the time, and he actually does some research there as well. And so I think you're right on that, but you should definitely, I think, like push your limits.
What's my limits to go to Saskatchewan?
I mean, like you don't have to go there, but like
Invest, start
maybe,
looking
yeah,
at it.
maybe, yeah, like invest in there.
Okay. I'll take that advice. I'm gonna go start shopping there tonight after a call.
Thanks. Um, how do you manage your properties?
We are the property managers, Roz and I, Woodland Realty Investments. We are the property managers. We manage and own about 58 units in our area that we take care of. We hire somebody out who's our on-call guy. He handles all of our troubles.
Mm. And what about not necessarily bad, but bad tenants? How do
Oh,
you
we've had a
handle?
few bad tenants. We just actually went through a landlord tenant board thing for the last 4 years trying to evict a tenant. They stopped paying rent, they destroyed the unit. So we finally won after 4 years.
Whoa.
And this house is there was 7 cats in the house, and the owners chose not to keep the house clean. The cats went into the air ducts and they were going to the bathroom, and all the air ducts all down through to the furnace is it was covered. We had to yeah, it was a very difficult experience. We wanted the landlord tenant board. We went in and did a renovation, had to replace everything.
Yeah.
So there are some bad tenants, but out of all the units that we own and manage, I think we've only ever, since 2017, ever had 3 bad tenants.
That's not
So
bad.
yeah, we're
Yeah.
grateful.
So, how do you invest with partners or go solo?
Bit of both. So we invest our money like when we got started, we bought a whole bunch of duplexes, I think five when we first started. And we ran out of the ability to qualify for mortgages. So then we brought other people in that partner with us to hold mortgages. And then when we didn't want to do duplexes anymore, we got into commercial. So now we partner with people, we bring the money, they bring the money, or they bring the money, we bring the deal. So we're always working as partners one way or another.
Okay. Yeah. It's a good way to share the risk.
Share the risk, scale faster. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have any businesses that support your investment journey that you would like to promote?
I do. So we are the owners of Woodland Realty Investments, where we help people do good and build wealth. And if anybody's interested in hearing what we do or wants to participate in any of the upcoming deals we have lots of new builds, wink, wink. You're welcome to come talk to me and see if it's a good fit for you.
Absolutely. And just coming up to the last few questions here, what would be your advice for me today to be successful in the future?
Oh, good question. So I would recommend if you wanted to study, you're doing the right, what you're doing in these podcasts is incredible because you're learning from a lot of people who are successful in this industry. And if you take the advice that they have and you follow that advice yourself, keep learning and growing and learning to invest your money and work with other people, I think that's going to be the best advice that you could get.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And I just have one last question for you. Is there any book, resource, or person that had a major impact on your investment journey that you'd like to recommend to me and my audience?
Can I give you two?
Absolutely. You can give as many as you want.
Okay, so this isn't a traditional person that most people would know. This happens to be somebody who took me under their wing when I was going through learning and getting personal development. So this book is called The Wealth Formula. It's my good friend and realtor Ken Decker who showed me how to manage money. And this book is a really easy read for anybody. I'm not sure the age that he wrote it at, like for understanding, but it's a really easy read. It's stories. There's actionable stuff in here, and it's all about a young couple who got married. They were in trouble financially or had to come out of some trouble, and it teaches you the step by step way to grow from just being working people up until investing. So I recommend this book 100%. The
Wow.
other person who, yeah, like he's a good friend, and I'm grateful that he showed me. And if you have an opportunity to read it, I think it would be very beneficial.
Yeah.
The second person is Alfonso Cuadra from Wealth Genius. He blew my mind. Went and sat with him for a weekend back in 2019, and I was comfortable with a duplex. I wanted another duplex. I was stubborn though. I didn't listen to him right away, but I did eventually. And we learned from him through his program, and he changed our life. Wealth Genius changed our life, and I'm ever so grateful for him as well.
Wow. What an interview. Thank you so much, Sean, for joining me on the show. Thank you. I can't thank you enough. This has been a great interview.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Ryan, for having me. And I look forward to watching all your other podcasts.
Thank you.